All right, good morning. I think I'm live right about now. All right, so let's check out. And market's gonna open in about 30 seconds. Futures look to be open up about 0.68%. You can see right there, that's a pretty good little move up yesterday. So yesterday actually had more days than the down days on the futures market, which is fairly interesting. Um, don't know much about coronavirus cases. Think things are still heating up in some states, including mine. And we'll see how that affects stuff. Keep hearing about additional stimulus coming through the pipeline at some stage. So see what happens with the Nasdaq on the open here. So, and I know I had a pretty decent day yesterday until it kind of flubbed a little bit, a lot, and then today we're opening right in the middle. So probably is getting a little bit overheated. I still about one day too early on these bigger runs like that. Seems to be a reoccurring theme. Okay, so what's up here today? Tesla's up a little bit. Piton, Huya's up here. Huya had if I can click on it, everything's trying to work itself out. My on actionable list, okay. Let's go to the bottom, BLFS here. We're looking at this for a long-term turnaround play breakout. Looks like so far falling kind of flat on its face. Wait on it. Everything else is in the green. RH is up a tiny bit. Yesterday, it was right up there breaking out, but look what happened. It pulled back. So we'll be lucky if we see a subsequent breakout in RH. If we look at it here, we had good volume in the morning and then good volume in the afternoon. Best case scenario is that we're only a stone's throw away from actually breaking out. Never quite had a pocket pivot. There was that big day right there in terms of red volume. Otherwise, we would have two pocket pivots. Hey, what's up, BW? So RH is on the cusp of trying to move. MongoDB, IVR, Okta, Match, Facebook's in here. Twitter was starting to look pretty froggy yesterday. We've had a trend line here for a while. It's playing with that. That one goes back 2 years, a little bit over 2 years. So break of that trend line may get a nice move started in Twitter. We actually talked a little bit about that the other day. MongoDB, Tesla still, I'm trying to catch it. They're all so tight this morning. Tesla's still trying to hold on to this upper echelon area. And when I mean try, I mean it is. It's having some really good price action up here. You can see we're fairly tight and we're just hanging around this 1400 area. Hey, I clicked on Huya. Okay, so Huya equities haven't started tanking yet. I guess we'll have to wait for a second quarter earnings releases. Well, we'll have to see, B Dubs. I mean, like I've been saying, you can't front run the market. The market's going to move when it's going to move, and we're just participants. Here's the great thing about the stock market, B Dub. You don't have to believe anything. When you give yourself up to the market, I'm not a religious man, but you can almost view it like a religious paradigm. Once you give yourself up to the Lord, things just happen, right? Once you kind of give yourself up to the process that the stock market's in control, regardless of what you see in the news media, regardless of what numbers you see, the people that are actually in control of the market, the whales and the institutions run the show. You really have no say. It's kind of like a 2-year-old controlling how his parents drive. It's not gonna it's really not gonna matter. Eventually the 2-year-old just looks out the window and goes, and that's pretty much what you have to do, you know? Thank you. Thank you. No, I mean, but it is the way that it works. I'm saying that jokingly, but in reality, that is how it works. You have to give yourself up to the process, to the market, and the action that you see. I mean, there is judgment calls that come into play from time to time, obviously, but in the general scope of things, if you see a bull run, you participate. regardless of what's going on around you. And that's exactly what's happened in 2020 to people, in this room, in this group that have that have been successful. Even people locally here that I know that have been successful that aren't part of internet communities that I've been talking with. They're successful because they just watched the market action. So, all right, so who you Peloton up 3%. That's going to be new highs for Peloton. We talked about, I think yesterday, about it starting to get going. Looks like we do have a small gap up. Hopefully that's going to be the case. We'll see. We already have a bit of a wick today. Nikola up 10 after a 35% performance yesterday. Pretty big pocket pivot right there off of the 50-day moving average. I guess we did get that 50-day support. I was wrong about that one. And I know it's still up 5%. That's not too bad. Roku. Okay, Roku breaking out this morning. We'll see if it can hold it. So far, that is one very good opening 5-minute candle. We're talking 900,000 shares. When's the last time we'd seen a 900,000 share candle at an open? Over here, that one was pretty good. This looks like 600,000. There's one. This day went nowhere, unfortunately. That one is 617. That's one of these big volume days. So this big volume day was in the middle of a bunch of stuff. Probably didn't do a whole lot. This one may be in the middle of a breakout area, so that maybe could be the difference here, but we'll see how it plays out. 0.51% now for the Nasdaq pulling back. All right, so there's Tesla at 2%, although that's on a gap and not really go. I don't think that's going to be going anywhere. I think we've established a very small range in Tesla. And it definitely looks like we have, in a lot of stocks, kind of slow down, established a bit of a, I don't want to say a routine because they switch on you the second you start to think you see a routine. So Octus, Soxel, Mongo down here. Hey, what's up, Rob? Morning, buddy. Hey guys, hold on a second. I'm going to pause the stream for a minute. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. All right, so Tesla coming down here, Nasdaq point 0.4, Space up 5. Okay. All right. This one's trying to pop up a little bit. Volume. Yeah, that 17 has proven to be resistance, so we're definitely above 17. So that's an interesting one. All right, let's go back to the top. Space, Nikola, KG, NIO, Huya, Piton, Tesla, Net. How's Net doing? Still poking out? Net's trying to get started. Not a lot of volume here, but it looks like it's working. Restoration Hardware. How's UAL doing? Not great. And that's towards the low here. Square. Square yesterday had a pretty good day. I caught it. I caught Square. On which one, Rob? AMD. How are we doing, AMD? NIO. Um, yeah, this thing hasn't quite failed yet, but you're definitely seeing a lot of distribution. There's been a huge run in a very short period of time. So you can kind of see, let's see here for a second. Excuse me. So that's a bit of a longer term trend line there for NIO in this run. Once that breaks, this trade's going to be dead. There's a head and shoulders pattern up here, and neckline's garbage, but the topping is about there. It was up here as well, and that's where I got out right there. So I'd be a little better if I'd have held into it, but it's okay. Space now up 10%. There you go. All right, so it's getting up. 18, trying to get up to 21 and a half. Let's look here. Let's take a peek. Yeah, it's already up pretty big too. Had to be fast on that one. It did find support at that 200 day, which is impressive. Right there and right there. Yeah, no, there's no good option for that. Yeah, not really. Okay. All right. So Peloton and Huya have established themselves up here. Nikola up 8% after a pretty good showing, really good showing yesterday. LVGO continues on just a big, man, I mentioned vertical. I was thinking about taking an option for a vertical run at LVGO and I didn't do it, but you can see the expansion on the weekly chart, just boom, going straight vertical. This probably lead to a blow off top at some stage, I would assume. All right, Nasdaq 0.3%, so we're definitely falling a little bit right now. Let's take a look here. Nah, I was gonna dig down. I don't know if I want to dig down. Huya. All right, looks like it's continuing its run. Kind of an IPO long-term turnaround play. That NIO match. Tesla's still holding up a little bit. And now we're hanging down at the lows of the day. Wonder what a 30% move would look like. Down under the 1,000 level from here would be about 30%. Maybe the 900 level, 950 level, which is actually right at the prior high, right there. That's if it does retest, it'll probably retest that high, and that would be your next buy point if we get a bigger pullback, which would probably also imply a bigger pullback in everything, not just Tesla, but the markets as well, or consolidation of sorts. All right, Roku. All right, is Roku trying to break out of a long-term turnaround play? Let's take a look at that. So yeah, breaking out right there. That probably could be a large base for that. Let's take a look here at Roku. That right there. So that looks like it's a move to about 176. Excuse me. Okay, so let's check out maybe a potential time frame for this. It doesn't seem very far away, but that is 30%. So if you go parallel to there, you can go out here to looks like September, and that's not fantastic. That's not fantastic. If we're closer, it gets a little bit better. Not quite convinced that's the trade to take right now. Profit's not really it's good, but it's not fantastic for that move. It's pretty good though. AMD, Mongo, what else is in here? Spotify. Spotify looks good. Spotify looking pretty nice, having a nice consolidation. Nicola, Genus, NIO up here, hanging out. Good job for NIO. Peloton, Match Region Net. Nvidia, AMD. AMD's got a little bit of volume. 1.8 at the open. 1.4 right now for AMD. That's not too bad. Let's look at some other chips for a minute. Nvidia, brand new highs there. AMD yet to get going. Hello? Hello? Hold on a second. All right, sorry guys. That was a long time. I wonder if anyone's even still here. I think Rob's still trolling around. And everyone dropped off. Yeah, that figures. Makes sense when you're away for a period of time. I tell my wife, I'm like, if I'm gone for too long, just leave me. Okay, so we actually had a couple of decent moves there. AMD looks like it was finally starting to have a move up. Great volume. I did take a position in AMD. We'll see what it's going to lead to, but um, yeah, I mean, so far that's a decent move up. Only time will tell. Could get stopped out of this trade again, but you can't win if you don't try. And right now it's trying to get over a trend line. We have good volume behind us. ANMD or INMD. Come on. Yeah, I'm not massively impressed with INMD. Um, okay. Yeah, I think we drew this. Was this yesterday we drew this trend line? So that's not, yeah, I guess that's not looking too bad. If you wanted to kind of hang out, got about 5% risk there. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Hopefully we don't, if we do break under there, that would be a undercut and rally situation, hopefully, and then rally through. But right now I'm not super sure that it's going to start popping up here. You probably have to wait a week or two. It's been up a little bit, so it's not too bad. CGC. Yeah, CGC under ACB. Tilray was looking okay for a minute. Excuse me. Looks like it's pulled back. Yeah, we've been pulling back, so that's not working out very well. AMD looks like it's still going. If you guys have been shaking at AMD a few times, sometimes you still got to stick with it to finally get a trade that you'll want. It hasn't broken down, which is good. We've respected that 40 48 level right there. It's been pretty good. Peloton 4%. Look at that. Pretty good action. Soxel doing good. AMD continuing now up 3%. Ouya, Ouya continues on. We took a position in Huya on this big green day up here at the end of the day after the rest of the Chinese stocks sold off. Huya was holding up really nicely. Okay, so looks like we're kind of keep on keeping on here. So if you guys got positions, try to keep them on as long as you can, as long as they're in good trends at the moment. RH is one that's struggling at the moment. Mentioned yesterday, stalling at the breakout point, not really a good thing. Pullback back could be an opportunity. The hard part is, how long it's going to do that, and you have to have a stop under there for sure in case it does fail. That Starbucks trade still murders me. Getting in early. So I did get stopped out. I took that position yesterday and got stopped out on the same day for RH. All right, so space up 12 now. Wow, look at that. Gone, son. It's actually not bad. NIO continuing up. Beautiful. Wow. Nikola. This definitely is not a dead cat bounce on Nikola. LVGO. And Roku stalling at your breakout point right now from this declining trend line. Peloton breaking out, new all-time high right now. Huya, hopefully coiling to break out. Match.com. This guy could be decent on a pullback buy right in this area. We have a couple of green days. The selling volume subsided. They actually looks. I think we looked at yesterday. They split with IAC, Match and IAC, complete full separation. So this could be a pullback buy down here. 50-day support, which has actually been holding pretty good. 1, 2, 3 uptrends right there. DocuSign brand new high. So I mean the market, IFI, we're looking up right there. IFI, we're looking up right there. Not bad. Trying to break out. Volume a little bit light. So we'll see what happens. DocuSign, Spotify still going. Zoom. Take Two. And Soxel, definitely, definite possibility to break out at this stage of the game. Very downward sloping volume the past couple of days. So we could start to, if we can get rid of some of this distribution, start to maybe blast off at this stage. I don't think that's too bad. Excuse me. And RH really stalling up there. Let's go check out Global. Wow, Netties. Big gap. Earnings? No, nothing. All right, NIL. Looking okay. Still within the confines of that distribution candle, however. Let's take a walk down. Noah, big move up. 7% here. After all the China stocks down here. Looks a little bit like Huya, but double the gain today. And Roku, okay. Volume's consolidating here. That's good. So is price. Ah, so right there. Okay. FFIV. This one actually has not a. That's a nice little flag right there for FFIV. This could be a nice entry opportunity if the market's going to go in another run. That's not too bad. They do have earnings coming up though pretty soon. 27, which is about 2 weeks. Can we bounce up here in 2 weeks? Go from 42 to 53? Could be. Good volume this morning too. Look at the 5 minute. Very elevated block buying in the 5 minutes since every 5 minutes since the open. CTO still consolidating, trying to curl up a little bit. All right, so Huya is still coiling today. Hopefully that'll get catching up with Noah, but the index is pulling down 0.34. That's going to get interesting. And there's Fortinet extending up yesterday with a beautiful pocket pivot. I don't think this is on the actionable list. That's not a bad one. That's pretty good. All right, AMD still good. How's our volume's got to be pretty nice. Look at that volume. Volume's on our side so far. Hopefully that'll continue unless if the markets reverse on us here, could just be another failed attempt, which would suck. Spotify Docu just gone. Kiwi match pullback by YY. Looks like some trendline support possibly. Very high volume candle. That could be a bottoming candle for YY yesterday. Match.com, Casa. Casa not in a bad spot here. Descending triangle. This one isn't too bad. Casa. This was an old leader. And unfortunately can't see it on here. Carvana, Baidu. Man, IDXX just walking straight up. 20-day moving average support. Buy this off the 20. CDNS, Cadence, brand new highs here. It's very, very excellent. Regeneron. All right, Twitter's stalling at the trend line. All right, Atlassian is one we've been watching. Doing good. Breaking out, having some good normal days here the past few days. Real page. Oh, PayPal. Skipped over PayPal. Okay, PayPal very cautiously walking up in a very elevated way. 20-day support could be buy point in the future if we get some of those scary days again. All right, race Ferrari. Cup and handle pattern, potential breakout. Holly, eh. All right, here, nice little consolidation. Attempted breakout, lack of volume. Not too bad. I'm just trying to run down here. Adobe moving up big right there. Now looks good. Otex. Bam, there's a nice little pattern. Little choppy up here, but that's not too bad. Could have a nice breakout. Going from 43 back up to the 47 high. Bitto. What's that? It get bought out? You only see that in a buyout. Bit Auto Q1 result 612. Huh. This is I'm a little confused by this because I don't see a merger, but if it's that tight, that should be pretty bullish. 612. That's like the last news other than whatever this thing is. Bit Auto signs agreement for going private. Okay, there we go. Private. Sold. We'll get rid of Bitta. Bam. Got it. Pergo. Pergo consolidating and come down significantly. Zon. Come on, Zon. Nope. BLFS. OJRMF. All right, I'm done with that. Garbage. Garbage. Space, not garbage. 12%. Rob says it broke through a couple of resistance points. Yeah, it did. I think it did. Yep, one right there, one right there. Even another one right there, just a small one. Kind of a small change in behavior. This little flag here, I maybe should have paid more attention to that flag. The moving averages are a little bit weird. You know, I wonder. No, I was looking, well, maybe over here. Transparency, haha. How's that? Let's try that for a bit. Let's try slower transparency. Now I can see a little bit better. And I can still, can you guys, Rob, can you, since you're the only one here chatting, can you even actually see that? Those moving averages? All right, AMD continuing up 4%. Peloton NIO still continuing up 8%. Puya stalling up here a little bit. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Market doing okay. AMD pulling back a little bit. Huya pulling back as well. And Space having a blockbuster day here. Maybe we're going to start to get ready to have a move above our big resistance here at the 2155. We'll see. So, all right, guys. Well, have a good day. I'll see you all tomorrow. It is Thursday or today Friday? Today's Thursday. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good day.